right, so here's one other way. This might be a simpler way. It is simpler, but it also just kind of works with your existing graphics to create that selection effect. I like the other way a little better because I like having a little bit more control. However, this is probably one way that would work for most use cases. So what I'm going to do is just bring a copy of whatever graphic I'm using down here in the bottom for that nav bar. So here's what my original graphic looked like. I just brought in, obviously another version of it. I'm going to select the crop tool, and I'm just going to crop out a section of this bar to use as my indicator graphic. And I'm actually going to take that top part off, right? This top part has some additional of the background in there. I did a couple other things. So I just really want that wood part of it. And let me just take the bottom off too, just so I don't have any of the bevel or effects. So it's really just that wood texture. And then I can come in here and I'll move this original one away, and I'll use this as the selector graphic. And so resizing this just a bit, right, so it fits. It doesn't, and again, if the wood grain doesn't totally line up, that's fine because it'll actually probably make it look a little more realistic. I can select this graphic, and here I can actually apply my picture effects, specifically the shadow and the inner shadow to this. And if I right click, I can choose Format Picture, and I can make some changes here for my shadow. Maybe I don't need quite as much blur, and just send it to the bottom. So send to the back, and there it is, right? So that might work just as it is. I also, in this case, maybe the top down, the inside top graphic looks a little bit better, a little more realistic in terms of that selecting kind of graphic. But just something else to play with, right? So the other one actually relies on manually creating some of those, dial that up, a shadow effects, while this one kind of works from the actual image that you're starting with. So this is obviously a lot faster, and the other style, right, just gives you a little bit more control if you really want to manually control the lighting on one side, top, or all of them. So just another option for creating those selector type graphics in Articulate Storyline.